We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Callahan. A dump off for Mason. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
That's good.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. 2nd and 11. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
49-yard line.
Back to throw. Callahan. That's caught. It's Samuel Porter. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. Straight ahead, Shipley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here is 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum, you know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Kevin Lyons. Kevin Pirates. 60 Maverick. Here's
Milton. Now he'll tuck this and run. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Milton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Get it. Cougar 19.
It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game.
Ready. Back to 60.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Okay,
clock
ready?
rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Cup 19, Cup 19, 18 Cardinals, Buffalo 18. 19 tight, 19 tight. Trap 60, trap 60.
Now Milton. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jahad Campbell. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
It's 3rd down and goal.
3rd and goal and still a long way from the end zone.
Down. Go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And 3 yards on the carry there as this defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
Joshua Carty on for the Rams field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 5.
Let's go. 70
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
18 Cardinal, 18, 13, bang, 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 bang. 19 tight, 19, 70 ring.
From the gun on 3rd down, Callahan. That is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation? I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let's go now. Let's go.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Callahan. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 23, here's 2nd and a yard.
70 ranges. Connect. Not 60 is. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Here's Milton now to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Here's a diving catch right side.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
1st and goal, Rams.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 8.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Here we go, here we go.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Ready? Cougar 19.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. There he goes right side. And he finally goes out of bounds, so he couldn't take it the distance, but all the way inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 79 Broncos.
Throwing to start the drive. Callahan. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Sam Laporta from 13 yards out. And the Eagles strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Rams 6. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Buffalo 18, Panther 60, Panther 60. Cup 19, Cup 19, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
To throw, it's Milton. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He finds his man complete. It's Holt. This is good for a first down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
This one finds Wilson downfield. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Garrett Wilson, 65 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
2nd and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
To throw is Milton. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Rams on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Two minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship.
Here is third and quite a ways.
Trap 50, trap 50. 70 Lions. 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. Pick up.
Throwing is Milton. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allowed a conversion.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer from them. That big play right there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll get this one complete to Atwell. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 18, Pioneer.
Operating from the gun, Milton. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Mustang 19. 19 Lions. 18 Rattler. 18 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here and down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out.
Joshua Tardy to kick off for the Rams.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. To his running back, complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Set. 18 Pioneer.
Back to throw. Callahan. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball,
but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Holt. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs.
3rd and 1.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On the set.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw again.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Looking to throw. Callahan.
That's complete to Laporta.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Operating from the gun, Callahan. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Going to be taken in here by Nacua. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Rig alert! Rig alert! Cougar 19! Dragon 60! 79 Broncos!
Second and 5. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
17 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Ready, ready! Mustang 19! 19, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And I think the ball's out. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
18, Pioneer. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready. Hawk, Buffalo 18.
Operating from the gun. Milton, right side to Williams. So the completion good for 7 there. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
60 back.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Let's go now. Cut 19. Cut. 70 Lions. 60 Nazareth. 19 Lions. Warriors 70. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw now on first down.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Dragon 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass complete there to Nacua.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
At the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Hey, Crash. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Here's Milton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18 Rattler. 70 Ranger.
Williams being motion left.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
3, Bronco 80. 60 Maverick. 7 Pirates. 60 Bobcats. Ready, right?
Milton.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
A 36-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within a point.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Here we go, set. 1960 Bison.
Throwing to start the drive. Callahan. A dump off for Mason. They'll wind up getting a yard. And it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 9.
18 Cardinal, Packers 60, Packers 60.
Over the middle, complete. That's Holt. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
8 yards.
In every game, teams are looking for that momentum shift, and that run there, the offense feels like, hey, maybe we can get something going, but defensively, they've slowed them down the entire game. They don't want to turn into more. They're going to try and figure out a way to take it back on this next play.
18 left. Let's go.
2nd and 2. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Off the play fake. Callahan under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Byron Young
With a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Callahan. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Touchdown, Eagles! From 17 yards out. And the Eagles will add to their 4th quarter lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Eagles 24, Rams 16. Jake Elliott to kick off 4th.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Okay, break.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 19 tight.
Now Milton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
18 Rattler. 18. 19 Light. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Here's Milton now to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Warriors 70.
To throw, it's Milton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Go.
To throw is Milton. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, Hawk 70, Hawk, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, Panther 11, Panther 11, Buffalo 18.
Throwing is Milton. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 19 tight, 19 tight, Mustang 19. Ready.
From the gun on third down, Milton. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
First and 10
18
at the
Tiger, 18
22-yard line.
Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up second down. A quick throw there out to Williams. And the Rams are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
60.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jamison Williams from 8 yards out. And the Rams have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Warriors 70. Dragon 60. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Man in motion left, that's Collins. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the fourth.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
These fans on pins and needles. A Super Bowl berth on the line, tied in the fourth quarter as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the fourth with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's second down and 3. On the handoff, it's Shipley. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's 3rd down. They'll try and sneak it here. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They'll go with a keeper. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw, got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun. Callahan got his man complete over the middle. That's Hope. And he will get a good amount of yardage back on 2nd down, but the clock still runs. From the gun on 3rd down. Callahan. Oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Here it is, 4th and inches. Operating from the gun, Callahan. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's 1st down. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Now second down and a few inches.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And the kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl.
The Rams are Super Bowl bound as champions of the NFC. Time for us to sign off. Thanks for watching, and good night.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.